dexterity, the bond between canine and handler, and the will to win. It's all-out competition in the sport of dog agility. From sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, it's the SENA Sport World Games. Brought to you by the United States Dog Agility Association, the SENA Sport World Games determine who's top dog in flyball, flying disc, dock diving, and of course, agility. I'm Dave Weiss with expert commentator Ken Toch, bringing you agility competition from the SENA Sport World Games. Tonight's event is the Performance National Finals. Here's Ken Toch to tell us what the competitors will be encountering on the course.
Thanks, Dave. This is an open, flowing course that will require the handler to keep the turns tight and efficient. Some might encounter difficulty on the straight shot from the collapsed tunnel to the angled hurdle at position number 10. They need to hold the dog on a straight line to avoid a possible refusal. The real difficulty comes into play managing the dog's direction following hurdle number 13. The dog should be moving fast and will be confronted with 3 obstacles. The handler must be proactive in directing the dog to the A-frame to avoid going off course through the pipe tunnel or over the seesaw.
Kicking off the 8-inch division here at the Performance National Finals is Alicia Nicholas with Moose, a Pembroke Welsh Corgi.
Looks like they're working a nice smooth pace around this course, and the dog may have jumped over that contact there. We'll have to check for the score and see if they got penalized for the fault there.
Good brisk movement throughout.
Yeah, she's got good steady pace and she's making some good tight turns. But here we are after 13 and she swings wide towards that seesaw. That'll cost her a couple of seconds on her round, I'm sure.
Nice recovery all in all, though.
Yeah, she's held it together well as they work to the finish here.
A respectable performance from Alicia Nicholas and Moose, turning in a time of 39.04 seconds.
And it looks like they had the 5 faults, so that'll put them probably down in the standings overall. But she set a nice time standard for everybody else to take a look at.
Up next is Carol Barrick with Mickey and All Breed.
Yeah, All Breed's our name for the mixed breed dogs. Dog agility with the USDAA is open for all breeds of dogs. And there you can see the judge's hand clearly goes up. Oh, look at there. We've got a second penalty in a very short time. So she's picked up 10 faults already, and that'll pretty well destroy her chances here in this round. Nice straight line across that jump number 10 we talked about earlier. And good direction to the A-frame, but that'll be for naught because she's got those 10 faults early on.
You just can't afford that in a competition like this.
No, at this level, it's really going to be a clean round that takes the win.
But a good finish.
Yeah, very respectable showing here in the finals.
Carol Barrick with Mickey, turning in a time of 47.57 seconds. Well, coming into the course is Kelly Varelli with Cleopatra, a Scottish Terrier.
She's trying to push the dog on here a little bit, slowing down on this dog walk. That's costing some valuable time.
Quite a hesitation.
The dog looked a little apprehensive about the down on that thing, and she wanted to be sure he didn't miss the yellow, but the time, I'm sure, has moved them down in what will be the final standings. Picking up speed there around that turn and getting a good direction into the A-frame. That's a really good way to handle that.
These Scotties definitely do have heart, don't they?
They do. And they're actually maintaining a good rate of speed now as they enter this final segment.
And a finish of 56.94 for Kelly Varelli and Cleopatra. A bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, that time will be a bit slow. She lost a lot of time on the dog walk and the early part of the course. She just hadn't gotten up to speed.
Here's Jeanette Hutchinson with Penelope, a Spitfire of a Jack Russell Terrier.
This little guy's got some spunk. And he's working extremely well through the weave pulls.
Look at that drive.
Yeah, they're going to have a pretty good time on this if they keep a good straight line through the course. very good on the turns. Pulls them in nicely to that A-frame.
He just doesn't slow down, does he?
No, it looks like he's only got one speed. Full throttle.
Ooh, a little bit of a...
Yeah, a little bit of a glitch there on the seesaw, but I think it was good.
And a good performance for Jeanette Hutchinson and Penelope, turning in a final time of 48.13 seconds here at the Performance National Finals 8-inch division.
And that'll be our time to beat because she was clear with 0 faults. So right now she's at the top of the leaderboard.
And on the course once again is Alicia Nicholas with another Corgi. This time it's Annie.
Wow, and she goes right on through the poles, but forgets to weave, so she's going to pick up the 5-point penalty for that missed pole. Looks like they've been struggling just a little bit on direction with a couple wide outs and just not a real good connection between Henner and Dog so far. But they're picking up good speed here. And it looks like they may have gotten it together here in this. Oh, and a pole down.
Pole.
Yeah, that's 5 faults.
Can't recover from that.
No, we've got 10. There's a refusal at the seesaw, so that pretty well wraps it up for them.
And unfortunately, an elimination for Alicia Nicholas and Annie. And up next here at the Performance National Finals 8-inch division is Gail Mayhood with Flint, yet another Pembroke Welsh Corgi.
Yeah, this is a popular breed for this height class. They've got a lot of power in these dogs. Yeah, the second dog I've seen really swing out wide on that approach to the dog walk. That just cost him a little bit of time, perhaps, but it's something that's noticeable.
You can really see this dog's enthusiasm coming through.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a happy worker. And that tunnel is certainly serving its purpose on course as these dogs really start picking up the speed on that loop. Yeah, she got a little bit in the way there. That put the dog off a stride. They stay clear here. It's all going to be about time. And it looks like they do.
And a respectable time turned in. Gail Mayhood with Flint turned in a time of 47.28 seconds.
And that puts them into the lead.
Entering the course now is Kim James with Chip, a Jack Russell Terrier.
And they have good burst of speed off the start line. And they've got a little bit better turn into that dog walk, so they save that extra stride.
Boy, look at him go.
He's on track here to take the lead.
Little hesitation there.
Yeah, they didn't quite hold the straight line, I'm sure, that she wished she could have held, but I don't think they lost too much on that. Nice, efficient turns.
No hesitation at all on the seesaw. Oh, a little bit of a...
Yeah, they didn't hit touchdown, though, so there won't be a penalty for that. Wow, and look at that time. They take the lead with that score.
39.74 for Kim James and Chip. It looks like that's the time to beat, and making the effort is Pam Liesel with Teddy, another Corgi.
They've got some real speed, too, but he looks like he's a little bit of a loose cannon, swinging wide. Not really holding the most efficient line. Very nice in the weave pulls. They held the line there. A little bit of a turn back, though. You see that?
Cannon is the word, but that little wrong turn may have cost him a bit.
Oh, and they pull up and get a refusal on the seesaw. You can see the judge's hand go up. They go past that front plane. They're going to get the refusal. Oh, and there's a second
really
one. Oh, my goodness.
Well, unfortunately, a disappointing performance for Pam Liesel and Teddy. A time of 43.96 seconds, as well as 10 faults. Well, let's take a look at our final standings. In the 8-inch class, Jeanette Hutchinson and Penelope in third, Gail Mayhood and Flint in second, and congratulations to Kim James and Chip with a winning time of 39.74 seconds. And kicking off the 12-inch class at the Performance National Finals is Laura Miller with Blazer, a Jack Russell Terrier.
Looks like they're a little bit off stride here.
Now, Ken, is the number of weave poles consistent from course to course at this level of competition?
Normally you see the maximum number, which is 12, and that's what we have here. And it looks like the dog is a little apprehensive, but they can be as few as 5.
Ooh, is there a penalty for that?
No, there's no penalty there for the fall, but it does take some time to recover, and that could hurt them on their time score. Oh, and there they go again, drifting off to that seesaw. And you see the judge signaling the refusal there. He viewed that the dog went past the front plane of the A-frame before taking it. So that'll be 5 penalties for them. Looks like he might have wanted to go towards that jump out there, but she got him back. And a good speedy finish.
A final time turned in for Laura Miller and Blazer of 56.67 seconds.
And they were just under a standard course time of 57 seconds, but they had 5 faults, which will take them out of it.
Coming onto the course now is Melissa Henning with Pasha, a Shetland sheepdog.
This is the kind of speed we like to see on these courses. The dog is running a highly competitive round at this kind of speed.
And Pasha is really moving.
That dog knows those weave poles. She's done a good job training him. Oh, and looky there, all over. Ran to the back side of the jump and then back jumped it. That'll be off course and elimination. Really tough break. It looks like they really have a nice round going.
Too bad, an otherwise outstanding performance, unfortunately resulting in an elimination for Melissa Henning and Pasha. Coming onto the course now is Debbie Strider with Rocky, another Shetland sheepdog. Popular breed in this 12-inch class.
Yeah, Shetland sheepdogs and Jack Russell Terriers and Corgis are probably the 3 most popular breeds in this class. And of course, this one has the same spunk we saw in the previous round, and they can hold it together. They stand a good chance to take the lead. He's really booking it there on that turn now into the A-frame. Oh, and he ran out right past it and off course into the tunnel. That'll give them their elimination, and we watched 2 in a row now.
Yeah, you hate to see such an outstanding performance suddenly shut down that way.
Yeah, they come this far and they get right there, and I guess the tension and everything else come to bear, and they just, that moment in time.
But isn't that what it's all about? This is world-class competition, the Performance National Finals, and unfortunately, an elimination for Debbie Strider and Rocky. Coming onto the course now is Jeff Kogan with another dog named Rocky, yet another Shetland sheepdog.
We're not seeing quite the speed here, but continuity or consistency certainly will help them out on their round. Sometimes that speed can get you into a mess of trouble, and they just need to hold it together and get a clear round.
Good confidence, though, through the chute.
Yeah, they're working very steadily. It's not a burst of speed here, but they are picking up a little on the A-frame run, and it looks like they're holding it together. It looks like they may set the standard for those to follow.
So we see a consistent performance from Jeff Kogan and Rocky, the first clear run we've seen today in this 12-inch class, and that puts them in the lead with a time of 49.09 seconds. Coming on to the course now is Lori Leach with Scout, another Shetland sheepdog. She does scurry, doesn't she?
Yes, they're showing good speed from the start line, and again, it's going to boil down to whether this speed is containable and they can hold the line and get a good clean round in here. Working fairly good.
You can really see her looking to the handler for direction.
Yeah, she keeps working while she's looking, which is a very important part of it. Handler cut the dog off just a little bit there, but managed to get around just fine. So far, so good. And I bet we have a new leader.
A fault-free performance and a respectable time of 42.95 seconds from Lori Leach and Scout.
So they've really set a standard here for those to follow.
Up next in the 12-inch class is Christine Frank with Hogan, a Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah, Christine and Hogan have been in this quite a while, and they should be able to turn in a very competitive round. We saw our 8-inch class winner turn in a time of 39.74, so there's some room to take the lead over this previous round. Oh, and she turns off of that jump. That should draw a 5-point penalty for the refusal.
That communication is so important between handler and dog.
It really is. One little misstep can send the dog off in a different direction, and that may have been what got him in trouble there. A good fast finish, but that 5 faults will put him out of it.
A time of 43.88 seconds for Christine Frank and Hogan. Unfortunately, those faults will make all the difference. Lori Sage up next in the 12-inch class with Michaela, another Shetland sheepdog.
It's nice to see all these Shelties with the good speed. Sometimes you see them, they're not quite as driven, but they should have a lot of drive, and that really plays to their advantage. Oh, and again, oh, that's twice we've seen that. The dog runs around that hurdle and back jumps. That is an elimination for running the wrong course.
But it's good to see that they, the camaraderie and the sportsmanship, they always go ahead and finish out the course, even in an elimination situation.
Yes, at this level, it's your day in the spotlight, and everybody wants to see them finish on a positive note. So that's one way they can do it.
So the error made the difference, unfortunately, for Lori Sage and Michaela here at the Performance National Finals 12-inch class.